This is the WJTS News. In the news tonight, Service makes big announcement. Jasper man arrested. The Chris Kindle Market. Kurt Guxell will be in with sports, and our WJTS Informed segment continues as we talk with candidates running for Huntingburg Town Council, Curly Souders. On our Monday with the Mayor segment, we speak with Ferdinand Town Manager Chris James. All to come on WJTS TV News. Good evening. I'm Jenna Schaffer with the news. Service announced the sale of its Grandy's division today. This sale will be effective November 4th with the Grandy's operations in Evansville, Indiana, Henderson, Kentucky, and Owensboro, Kentucky being sold to the Nashville, Tennessee-based parent franchisor Grandy's LLC. Grandy's LLC will be making employment offers to all members of the Evansville, Henderson, and Owensboro Grandy's teams. The locations in Jasper, Indiana, and Oakland City, Indiana will cease operating as Grandy's with future development plans for those two locations under consideration at this time. All management and team members of the Jasper Grandy's and the Oakland City Grandy's will be offered employment at nearby service-operated locations. A Jasper man was arrested after inhaling toxic vapors and crashing into a retaining wall. Saturday morning, just after 6:15 a.m., Jasper police were called to a report of a 1987 Cadillac that ran off the road and struck a retaining wall on 15th Street. When officers arrived, it was determined that 20-year-old Manuel Valtierra of Jasper had been driving the vehicle while inhaling toxic vapors. Valtierra was taken to Memorial Hospital for treatment and then booked into the Du Bois County Security Center, where he was charged with operating while intoxicated and inhaling toxic vapors. Valtierra caused around $3,500 in damages. The heady aroma of authentic Bavarian specialty foods and an incredible array of Christmas wares, antiques, quality handcrafted, and primitives await the public at Ferdinand's Chris Kindle Market. This year's Chris Kindle Market will be held Saturday and Sunday, November 16th and 17th. Chris Kindle Markets began in 14th century Germany and continue today. Artisans display their wares in the local churchyard in the weeks before Christmas. Ferdinand's Chris Kindle Market is one of the most authentic in the United States. Instead of booths in the churchyard, market sites are located indoors and outdoors throughout town. Parking is free, as is transportation between market sites. The 6 market locations include the Ferdinand Community Center, the Tri-County YMCA Antiques Market, Forest Park High School, the Ferdinand American Legion, Ferdinand Elementary, and the Monastery Event Hall. Live free musical entertainment will be offered both days, including the amazing Marionette Theater, the Black Forest Organ Grinder, and live glockenspiel performances. St. Ferdinand Church will host Saturday evening's entertainment featuring a seasonal concert with the 60 Voices of the Celebration Singers at 7 p.m. The choir's 2019 holiday program features a wide variety of heartwarming, traditional, and contemporary Christmas music. The concert is free and open to the public. Goodwill donations will be accepted. And then on Sunday, a Mass with German hymns will be held at St. Ferdinand Church at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Free tours of Monastery Immaculate Conception will be available on Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon and 1 to 3 p.m. and again on Sunday, anytime between noon and 2 p.m. All 6 market sites will be open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern on Saturday and 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. There is no admission charge. The Tax Foundation recently released its 2020 Business Tax Climate Index, which ranks Indiana's tax climate number 1 in the Midwest and number 10 in the nation. State Senator Mark Messmer of Jasper says that thanks to the pro-growth, conservative tax policies passed by the General Assembly over the years, Indiana continues to be recognized for its strong business environment. Mark Messmer notes what these changes include.
These changes include individual income tax reductions of 5% that were phased in starting from 2013 through 2017. We've also had a multi-year reduction in our corporate income taxes from 7.5% to 4.9%, When fully implemented in 2021, Indiana will have gone from one of the highest to the fourth lowest tax rate in the nation, making us more competitive in attracting businesses that hire Hoosiers and invest in our state. We've enacted property tax caps that make it easier for families to achieve the American dream of owning your own home. It also guarantees predictable, low-tax environment for employers doing business in Indiana. Indiana has also provided an exemption for small businesses on the business equipment tax since 2014. In 2019, that exemption was doubled. Now small businesses with $40,000 or less of equipment are exempt from this tax. And finally, we've eliminated the inheritance tax. Until 2013, Indiana was only one of 8 states that still levied a death tax. Ending this tax removed a burden that made it harder for farmers and other small businesses to pass on their operations to family members.
In addition, Indiana continues to be among the top 10 states for doing business, according to several publications. A report from Forbes ranked Indiana number 1 in the nation for regulatory environment and number 4 in the nation for quality of life. The Indiana Department of Workforce Development also recently announced Indiana's unemployment rate dropped to 3.2% in September, which is the lowest since December 2000. Messmer says that these are all important accomplishments, and he hopes state lawmakers, like himself, can build on them during the 2020 legislative session, ensuring our state is a great place to live, work, and raise a family. As always, feel free to contact Messmer's office directly with your questions and concerns by email at senator.messmer@iga.in.gov or by phone at 800-382-9467. Community leaders and chamber members gathered for the last Huntingburg Chamber of Commerce luncheon Friday afternoon at the Huntingburg Event Center. For chamber members, it was bittersweet. Community leaders and past members took turns stepping up to the podium, sharing memories and how Huntingburg has impacted their life. For the executive director of the Huntingburg Chamber of Commerce, Sarah Schrader, serving on the chamber holds a special place in her heart. Schrader says she's sad to see this season has come to an end, but is excited to see what happens next.
It is a very bittersweet moment. I won't be with the new chamber. I'll still be around helping to mentor it and move it forward, but they will be looking for a new executive director. So it is very bittersweet. I've loved my time with the Huntingburg Chamber. I'm so proud of the things we've accomplished, and I love Huntingburg. It's my hometown and the community that I live in.
The luncheon held a different meaning for 2 Huntingburg residents. The Latin American Association of Southern Indiana, or ALASI, is this year's Golden Leaf Award recipient. The association's president, Evelyn Rivas, explains they are honored to receive this award.
It's an honor, more for all of the members of the organization who put so many hours into really unifying our community and making their community a better place. So it's an honor, truly.
Commercial Relationship Manager of Old National Bank, Nick Stevens, is this year's Next Generation of Leadership Award recipient. Stevens says receiving the award is humbling.
It's great. Actually, I didn't expect it. Never would have thought this would have happened. It's a great honor to win an award that's in honor of Alma Hollowitz, who's a great friend of mine and a great mentor of mine as well. It's nice to have people who think that highly of me. I really couldn't be here without my family and my friends, the rest of the chamber, when they brought me here about 10 years ago. So it's pretty cool.
Towards the end of the luncheon, Huntingburg Mayor Denny Spinner took over the podium. Spinner explained how the city's past mayors have impacted him, shared memories and historical facts, and says he's excited to see what happens in years to come. Multiple arrests were made in Washington after search warrants were served. On October 30th, officers with the Washington Police Department, Emergency Response Team, and DEA Task Force served a search warrant at a residence on West Maple Street. Officers reported locating multiple long guns, including an assault rifle, a handgun, around 18 grams of crystal meth, and other items associated with dealing meth. Washington Police Department then made the arrest of 39-year-old Mark Mason II on charges of dealing methamphetamine, possession of methamphetamine, and maintaining a common nuisance, as well as the arrest of 37-year-old Jelaine Mason on charges of dealing methamphetamine, possession of methamphetamine, and maintaining a common nuisance. Then the next day, in an unrelated case, officers with the Washington Police Department attempted to locate 32-year-old Ernie Rivera at a residence on Vincent's Avenue. Rivera was wanted on multiple charges through Daviess County. While doing so, officers obtained a search warrant for the residence and reported locating methamphetamine and paraphernalia. One arrest was made at the residence, and Rivera was later located and arrested. The Washington Police Department arrested Ernie Rivera on charges of battery, attempted battery on a public safety official, attempted residential entry, possession of methamphetamine, resisting law enforcement, domestic battery, and criminal mischief. Washington Police Department also arrested 33-year-old Eric Revelorio on charges of possession of methamphetamine, maintaining a common nuisance, and possession of paraphernalia. Stay tuned. Weather, sports, and our WJTS Informed segment are coming up next on 18 WJTS.